The power of not giving up. Recently, I made a video a few days ago, and I took a state test, and I failed. And I talked about how important it is to, kind of accept failure and just kind of like learn from it, not use it as an excuse to give up, because that's what most people do. And it kind of just shows like a real life example of what would have happened if I would have just given up right there from when I did fail. If I would have done what most people do and failed my state test the first time and then cut it off from there, I would never have my answer what would have happened if I actually just gave it an actual real shot and tried. But the good news is I gave it another shot and I tried and I passed. I actually passed a lot better than what I did the first time. Well, I did a lot better than what I did the first time. I passed with a higher score than what I thought I would. So it just goes to show that when you take failure and use it as a way to learn instead of a way to just give up and throw away everything that you've done, you really don't know what you're capable of when you actually just put effort in and really just try your hardest, you know? And I'll be honest, like, even trying it the second time, I was not trying my hardest to like study or any of that. I still was kind of procrastinating and everything, which isn't exactly the best thing to do, but I still was doing it. But the thing was, there was like one day where I did get pretty good study time in for my test. I will give myself that, but I'll be honest, I'm the type of person that pushes off work to the last second and then does it. It's not exactly the greatest thing to do, but hey, it worked out. But it just goes to show that, just when you think that something isn't cut out for you and that it's not meant for you or whatever because you made a mistake or you failed or whatever it is, it goes to show that if you actually just give it another shot and you just keep trying, you keep failing, but you keep trying, you're learning from your failures, you really don't know what you're capable of. So whatever it is that you're doing, just keep pursuing, keep trying your hardest, keep going after it. And I think that, to some point after doing it for so long, you will see results. You will. It's guaranteed. The only thing that you can do to where you'll never see results from is just simply giving up. You're guaranteed a result when you give up. What's that result? The result is you're in the same position you were yesterday because you gave up. You threw it all away because you made a mistake or you failed or whatever it is. So the power of not giving up is very strong because you really don't know when it is your day. You really don't. There's people that do the same thing. They try, like, whether it's a business or a sport or something, they'll do it for years and not see anything crazy. And it's just like say they do it for 4 years, there's no real significant results, and in the 5th year all of a sudden everything changes. Or like you start a YouTube channel, you start TikTok, you start social media, you post videos consistently for 3 years and you're getting 700 views every video. Nothing goes up, nothing goes down, it just all stays. And then one day, randomly, you got a video that got 100K views, and you get a video that gets 1 million, and it keeps going, and now you're in the millions and thousands. And it kind of shows that you don't know when your time is going to be. You don't know when, the life that you've always wanted is really going to be in your hands. All you can do, though, is just keep trying and learn from your failures and then grow from it. But if you just fail, make a mistake, give up, and that's your cycle, then the chances of you attaining what you want in life is very slim. So you gotta keep rolling with it. You gotta keep learning from it. That's the big part. Learn from your mistakes, learn from your failures, and then, level up in your own life. That's the way to do it. But if you're gonna be like one of these people that make a failure, they make a mistake, and then they give up right then and there, or the same person that, they make a mistake, they give up, or they make a mistake, they make a failure, whatever, and then they just don't learn from it. They just do the same thing over and over and over and over again, and then they give up because nothing changed, because they didn't want to learn anything new. So you gotta keep going at it. You gotta keep trying. You gotta keep putting effort in if you want to see substantial results. It's a simple factor, but there's only one thing that will guarantee you an outcome, and that is giving up. And it's gonna be an outcome that you're not gonna want. Because the last thing you want to do is be that guy that's like, I really wish I would have just kept doing this thing just to see where it went. You don't want to be that guy. You don't want to live in regret. You're never going to regret trying something, right? It's like if you go to the gym and you do a workout. You might not have liked the workout. It might not have been fun, but do you regret it? No. But you know what you would regret? You not going to the gym. You know, simple things like that. So it's the same thing with like chasing your goals, chasing your dreams. Do you want to live in regret because you gave up on an opportunity that was handed to you? Or you simply gave up on an opportunity because it got hard, you failed, you made a mistake, so you threw it away? Or do you want to keep giving it a shot just to see where it goes? You know, there's people out there that won't even put 5 minutes in to simply make themselves better people. Like, to grow themselves, whatever it is, health, physical, financial, whatever. There's people out there that will not put a single ounce of time to do that. So I'm not going to be one of those people that are going to sit here and tell you got to sit, 12 hours a day, grinding to do whatever it is that you want to do with your life. Now, am I saying it's a bad thing or a good thing? That's up to you to decide. But what I am going to say, though, is simply putting in just like 10 minutes a day, just, I don't know, learning something new, focusing on your health for 10 minutes, going on a run, some shit like that, something to make you better. Most people won't even do that. So doing that little thing, like I said, just 10 minutes can make such a big difference. Do that consistently over time, and then you'll see a change. I guarantee you'll see a change. If you do something for 10 minutes a day, consistently, whatever it is that you're doing, you're going to get better at it. It might not be a lot of time. You might not be the best at it, but you will see growth from it. And you're not going to regret that at all. You're not going to regret growing from something. Why would you? But what you are going to regret is wasting your time doing the same thing every day and then complaining about the results you're getting because you aren't just trying. You simply aren't putting in effort. Something gets hard, you give up, you fail. And I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm any different from you. I'm not. There's been many times where I've experienced something new. Maybe it was something I wanted to get into. That's usually what it is. Something I want to get into. It's new to me. I want to get good at it. But then I make a mistake. I do a failure. I feel like I suck at it. And then I'm like, oh yeah, there's no way that I'm able to do this. Like when I was studying for the state test that I took, right? The very beginning, when I was looking over all like the material I had to learn, I really thought there was no way in hell I was learning all that shit. I honestly thought there was just no way I was passing the test. There's no way it's gonna happen. But with consistent effort and time, and even me, I procrastinated a shit ton with this. So I didn't really start trying till like the end of it. And I still passed. Now what would have happened if I would have just done that from the beginning, actually put in an effort from the very beginning? I'd be so much further ahead. I'd be way further. And that's something I have to work on. But it's just a perfect example. Like when you first start out something, you're gonna think the worst of the worst. You're gonna think that you're not smart enough, you're not good enough for it. This isn't cut out like for you. This isn't meant for you. Everybody thinks that about these new things. When I was saving money for my fast food job, when I was saving money to go on a trip to Puerto Rico and Oregon earlier, when I first started, I honestly didn't know if it was even gonna happen. And it was a simple thing, all I had to do was just save money. That was it. Work, save money, work, save money, work, save money, until I got like $2,000, $3,000. And being in that job, I got paid shit. The pay was terrible. So it took forever to get that money. And I thought it was never gonna happen. Until about halfway through, I started seeing, and I seen my first 1,000. I was like, oh shit, That's different. So it really is just like you just sit, literally all it takes is just putting in some effort and giving it some time. You can't rush the process. You really just can't. You just do what you can and go from there. You can put in more time if you want. You can put in less time if you want. But simply, at least, the least you could do for yourself is just put some time in, at least. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, whatever it is, however much you want to do. Anything that you're going to be able to stay consistent with it and stay disciplined to keep doing it. But just don't give up. I'm being so serious. The power of giving up, it really is a strong thing, and you have to utilize it, but most of you will never experience the actual strength behind the power of not giving up. And I mean, that's something you just gotta do for yourself. I mean, that's all. The only person you can depend on in this situation is you. It's all up to you. So you just simple. You just can't give up. So it sounds simple, and for some people it really is very easy, and then there's others where it is very difficult because you've thought a certain way for so long, so it makes it very hard. But is that an excuse to just, once again, give up? No. So do yourself a favor. Give the stuff that you really want out of your life a real shot. Give it a full effort. Actually try and give it some time. Don't give it one day and be done with it. And I think you will see a very large difference in your life. But I'm telling you right now, the only thing that's going to guarantee you a negative result you do not want is giving up on whatever it is that you're doing. Simple. You give up, you're guaranteed to not get what you want. So always try, always put effort in, and just chase after the stuff you want, Give full effort in. And just look at failure in a different way. That's the big problem. Everybody looks at failure as it's so bad. And I do it too. Like, it's normal, but you just gotta change the way you think. When I first I failed that test the first time, I was, for the first 5 seconds of seeing the score, I was like, shit, I was really hoping I passed, and I didn't. But then I let it kind of sink in, I kind of thought about it, and I was like, oh, I can still take the test again, give myself a few days, study a little bit more material, take it again, I'll be fine. And guess what happened? Took a few days, I looked at the material, took the test again, and I passed. So it's like that with a lot of things in life. You're gonna fail, you're gonna make mistakes. It's important that you learn from them though. So learn from your failures, learn from your mistakes, and never underestimate the power of just simply not giving up. Like, you don't know when your day is gonna be. Like I said, you can go 3 years and not see any substantial results, and then one day you wake up and then boom, everything just happens right there. It's crazy. You don't know if tomorrow you could post a video and it just goes insane, or tomorrow you maybe put a little bit of money into your business and it just blows up. Like, you really don't know when things are gonna happen. That's why I said you have to be patient, you gotta keep trying, and you just gotta keep investing in yourself. So don't give up, keep chasing your dreams. It will happen. I think you give it enough time, you give it enough effort, sacrifice, and you really, really try, you will see some growth and some success. And one day your day will come. It's just a matter of when. So be patient and never underestimate the power of not giving up. So, as always, life isn't too short to make a change.